A few weeks ago, we read in the Torah the story about how Balak, the king of Moab, hired the evil sorcerer Balaam to curse the Jewish people. Balaam was unsuccessful because God got involved and turned the curses into blessings. The Talmud wonders, why was Balaam so successful at cursing previously, such that people would hire him, would pay him huge sums of money for his curses? And it answers that he had this unique ability to tell the exact brief moment every day, every morning, when God would get angry, and he would utter his curse during that moment, and it would be successful. And the Talmud explains further, that moment would occur when the comb, the crest of the rooster, that red fleshy thing on top of its head, would turn completely white. That's the moment of God's anger, and so that's when Balaam would utter his curse. And so in order to protect the Jewish people, each time when Balaam tried to curse us, God would make sure those days not to get angry. And then immediately after explaining this, the Talmud follows it up with a story about the great sage, Rav Yehoshua ben Levi, who was being tortured by a Jewish heretic, driving him absolutely crazy until finally he couldn't take it any longer. He said, I'm going to pronounce a curse against this heretic. And he was going to use Balaam's method. He got a rooster, tied up the rooster, and stayed up late at night to wait for the moment when that rooster's crest would turn fully white. That's the moment of God's anger. Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi would utter a curse against this heretic, and it'll come true. Except Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi, before the moment came of the crest whitening, he fell asleep. And when he awakened later that morning, he said, the fact that I fell asleep is a sign that I was doing the wrong thing. Yes, he's a bad guy, and yes, he deserves it, but I shouldn't be cursing a fellow Jew. And that's what we have to remind ourselves. Even if somebody has irked you, has irritated you, has tortured you, has insulted you, has embarrassed you, has wronged you, don't curse them. Don't lie awake at night thinking thoughts of revenge, thinking thoughts about how you wish terrible things would happen to them. Instead, we've got to remember that the reason the temple was destroyed all those thousands of years ago was due to sinas chinam, hatred among Jews. And in every generation, when it's not rebuilt, it's as if we destroyed it. It's not being rebuilt because of hatred. So we've got to stop hating. We've got to remember that you have to love every fellow Jew. You have to remember that there's a prohibition against hating a fellow Jew in your heart. We have to let the grudges go, stop hating, start loving, forgive, forget, and rebuild this Tisha B'Av.